with all our willingness and effort of concentration, bhakti, shraddha, respected friends, let us do our daily regular 7 sadhanas of Vedic chanting, mantra dhyanam, common sense thought, Shanti mantras, Guru Parampara mantras, Sankalpa for the universal peace and good and spiritual prosperity, and Upanishad mantra Parayanam, Upanishad mantra Adhyanam. Shwethashwathara Upanishad, in the 19th mantra of the 6th chapter, we are given the indications, the directions on the self to meditate and realize. Nishkalam, Nishkriyam, Shantam. These are the mantras to be remembered and contemplated consistently to pierce through all the misunderstandings, non understandings, and come to the correct understanding. Thereafter, the sadhana also done accordingly to pierce through all wrong identities, wrong experiences to the ultimate correct identity that I am the self and the experience that no more I am now limited, bound by anything. May Parabrahma Ishvara Jagannatha, Devatagana, Gurugana, Shastragana look at us, see our simplicity, sincerity, bless us with the total blossoming of our Vyaktitva, which should enable our being useful to the world and asset as also our own Adhyatmika Anubhuti happening. Welcome all. Such a Shraddhalu you all are regularly in this class seated. So beautiful it is. It's a celebration every day to have this session and learn together, study together. Keep up that goodness, goodwill, good heart, and good gesture of being serious, sincere, regular. Finally, you do it in your interest, I do in my interest. We both together do in the interest of the entire world. Today, in our Vedic chanting, in the Atharvana Veda, we will be chanting a Sukta again for the Roga Nivarana Sukta. The Stula Rogas, then the Manasika Rogas. So, too, the Hetus of these Rogas, in whatever the form from the world, it can be because of Prakriti, because of other insects or the small little, living beings, or it can be the co-human beings. From whomever the hetus of dukkha, they may go away. They may not come to us. Seeking that blessings is this sukta, Roga Nivarana Sukta. It also is called as Jangida Bandhana Sukta. Jangida is a tree found in the Kashi Varanasi area. A part of the tree may be a root or a branch or a leaf. Mantrita through this suktam is tied to maybe the hand or the shoulder, and then that mantra shakti invoked in that sutram or in that, yes, whatever is tied, keeps protecting us. Just like we have the preventive vaccines, etc., at the gross level, the preventive mantra shaktis are there at the subtle level. So, this is that sukta. Rishi is Atharvana Rishi, Devata is the Jangida Mani Devata. It has 6 mantras. First one, the first mantra's meaning is for the long life, for the removal of all obstructions, for self protection. We here are tying down permanently this bandhanam, the Jangida bandhanam, to our uh, hand or waist, wherever. Then may this bandhana protect us from the terrible harm causing subtle thoughts or shaktis or sankalpas that others throw at us knowingly or unknowingly. So too, those diseases which trouble our sharira, and may all these dukkhas we be freed from, protected from by this the Jangida, Vruksha, and the whatever we have tied with it. So this mantra invoked into this thing which is tied to my sharira has the power to neutralize the others' gross and subtle activities against us, aiming at troubling us, destroying us. So too, it can eliminate all the Bhayankara Krutya Adi Shaktis, and it can also remove all the Roga, and we also pray that it will protect us from all the sins which we commit, we should not commit. And this we consider as given to us by the Lord only, and it will remove the Vigna Karaka, various Rakshasas to attack us, to stay around us. They are warded away. And then this will protect from my inner obstacles also of Tamo Rajo Guna. These Bandhita things are from the trees, from the plants, with the divine vision that they will help us this way, knowing it, we are tying it down. See, these are the mantra Shakti is also at the psychological level also, you see, that the Guru has given with all the upasana done. So it will definitely protect me. That faith gives the strength from within. But more than that, actually, those things have those divine Shaktis. Now, by now, thanks to the science, we know the Shakti. Shakti is universal. It can express at any place in any way we have realized. So, to you and I, this mantra Shakti cannot be any doubtful thing. We can trust in the mantra Shakti also. Like we have the yantra Shakti, the tantra Shakti, there is mantra Shakti. Not a new thing at all. Like if I am powerful enough in my sadhana and all, any youngster comes, Array, you live life like this, you will be doing well. Okay, Swami, if he does it, really will grow. That is called mantra. Mantrana is mantra. Manana trayate iti mantra. Okay. Then this money also will remove the pida dukkha which is instilled on me by others. Others can instill in me the Sharira Pida also, and 100 ways the Manasika Pida. They can trouble me many ways. They may take away my money, they may trouble my business, they may create doubt in my friends towards me, isn't it? They may take away all my opportunities, they may do dushprachara. ये सब होता है. So may this money which is tied to my hand is the one powerful enough to remove all the pida inflicted on me by others. Let it remove all the shatrus. And with this powerful money tied, may I be blessed with the long health, long life health and all strengths. So this is how in our ancient India, Swayam Prayatnas are done, and this much of science and technology, they didn't find the need to invent. They were more depending on the Devatas, the Anugrahas, the Mantra Shaktis, and self accepted disciplines more than all, their own personal pure life. इस तरह उन लोगों का सुख खुशियां तरक्कियां होते थे. स्टार्ट. ओम अथ अथर्वण वेदांतर्गत रोग निवारक जंगिड बंधन सूक्तम. ओम दीर्घायुत्वाय बृहते रणाय. ओम दीर्घायुत्वाय बृहते रणाय. अरिष्यन्तो दक्षमाणाः सदैव. हरिष्यन्तो दक्षमाणाः सदैव. मणिं विष्कन्धदूषणं. मणिं विष्कन्धदूषणं जङ्गिडं बिभ्रुमो वयं जङ्गिडं बिभ्रुमो वयं दीर्घायुत्वाय बृहतेरणाय हरिष्यन्तो दक्षमाणाः सदैव मणिं विस्कन्धदूषणं जङ्गिडं बिभ्रमो वयं दीर्घायुत्वाय बृहतेरणायारिष्यन्तो दक्षमाणाः सदैव मणिं विस्कन्धदूषणं जङ्गिडं बिभ्रुमो वयं सेकण्ड् जङ्गिडो जम्भाद् विशराद् जङ्गिडो जम्भात् विशराद् विस्कन्धात् अभिशोचनात् विस्कन्धादभिशोचनात् मणिः सहस्रवीर्यः मणिः सहस्रवीर्यः परिणः पातु विश्वतः परिणः पातु विश्वतः जङ्गिडो जम्भान् विशराद् विस्कन्धान् अभिशोचनात् मणिः सहस्रवीर्यः परिणः पातु विश्वतः जङ्गिडो जम्भात् विशरात् विस्कन्धात् अविशोचनात् मणिः सहस्रवीर्यः परिणः पातु विश्वतः थर्ड अयं विस्कन्दं सहतेयं बाधते अत्रिणः अयं विस्कन्दं सहते अयं विस्कन्दं सहते अयं बाधते अत्रिणः अयं बाधते अत्रिणः अयं नो विश्वभेषजो अयं नो विश्वभेषजो जङ्गिडः पात्वं हसः जङ्गिडः पात्वं हसः अयं विस्कन्दं सहते अयं बाधते अत्रिणः अयं नो विश्वभेषजो जङ्गिडः पात्वं हसः अयं विस्कन्दं सहते अयं बाधते अत्रिणः अयं नो विश्वभेषजो जङ्गिडः पात्वं हसः फोर्थ वन देवैर्दत्तेन मणिना देवैर्दत्तेन मणिना जङ्गिडेन मयो भुवा जङ्गिडेन मयो भुवा विस्कन्दं सर्वा रक्षांसि विस्कन्दं सर्वा रक्षांसि व्यायामे सहामहे व्यायामे सहामहे देवैर्दत्तेन मणिना जङ्गिडेन मयो भुवा विस्कन्दं सर्वा रक्षांसि व्यायामे सहामहे देवैर्दत्तेन मणिना जङ्गिडेन मयो भुवा विस्कन्दं सर्वा रक्षांसि व्यायामे सहामहे फिफ्थ शनश्च माजङ्गिडश्च शनश्च माजङ्गिडश्च विस्कन्धादभिरक्षतां विस्कन्धादभिरक्षताम् अरण्यादस्य आवृतः अरण्यादस्य आवृतः अरण्यादन्य आवृतः कृष्या अन्यो रसेभ्यः कृष्या अन्यो रसेभ्यः शनश्च माजङ्गिडश्च विस्कन्धादभिरक्षताम् अरण्यादन्य आवृतः कृष्या अन्यो रसेभ्यः शनश्च माजङ्गिडश्च विस्कन्धादभिरक्षताम् अरण्यादन्य आवृतः कृष्या अन्यो रसेभ्यः नेक्स्ट कृत्यादूषिरयं मणिः कृत्यादूषिरयं मणिः अतो अरातिदूषिः अतो अरातिदूषिः अतो सहस्वाञ्जङ्गिडः अतो सहस्वाञ्जङ्गिडः प्रणआयोंषितारिषत् प्रणआयोंषितारिषत् कृत्यादूषिरयं मणिः अतो अरातिदूषिः अथो सहस्वाञ्जङ्गिडः प्रणआयोंषितारिषत् कृत्यादूषिरयं मणिः अथो अरातिदूषिः अतो सहस्वाञ्जङ्गिडः प्रणआयोंषितारिषत् ॐ शान्तिः 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 साथ में ॐ अथ रोगनिवारणार्थं जङ्गिडबन्धनसूक्तम् ॐ दीर्घायुत्वाय बृहतेरणाय हरिष्यन्तो दक्षमाणाः सदैव मणिं विस्कन्ददूषणं जङ्गिडं बिभ्रुमो वयं जङ्गिडो जम्भाद् विस्कन्दात् अभिशोचनात् मणिः सहस्रवीर्यः परिणः पातु विश्वतः अयं निष्कन्दम् अयं विस्कन्दं सहते अयं बाधते अत्रिणः अयन्नो विश्वभेषजो जङ्गिडः पात्वं हसः देवैर्दत्तेन मणिना जङ्गिडेन मयो भुवः विस्कन्दं सर्वा रक्षांसि व्यायामे सहामहे क्षणश्च माजङ्गिडश्च विस्कन्दादभिरक्षताम् अरण्यादन्य आभृतः कृष्या अन्यो रसेभ्यः कृत्यादोषिरयं मणिः अतो अरातिदूषिः अतो सहस्वाञ्जङ्गिडः प्रणआयोंषितारिषत् ॐ शान्तिः 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 once more ॐ दीर्घायुत्वाय बृहतेरणाय हरिष्यन्तो दक्षमाणाः सदैव मणिं विस्कन्धदूषणं जङ्गिडं बिभ्रुमो वयं जङ्गिडो जम्भाद् विशराद् विस्कन्दात् अभिशोचनात् मणिः सहस्रवीर्यः परिणः पातु विश्वतः अयं विस्कन्दं सहते अयं बाधते अत्रिणः अयन्नो विश्वभेषजो जङ्गिडः पात्वं हसः देवैर्दत्तेन मणिना जङ्गिडेन मयो भुवः विस्कन्दं सर्वा रक्षांसि व्यायामे सहामहे क्षणश्च माजङ्गिडश्च विस्कन्धादभिरक्षताम् अरण्यादन्य आवृतः कृष्या अन्यो रसेभ्यः कृत्यादोषिरयं मणिरथो अरातिदूषिः हतो सहस्वाञ्जङ्गिडः प्रणआयोंषितारिषत् ॐ शान्तिः 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 Daiva Prarthanas, Daiviya Shakti invocation should become a habit to us. Let's keep on doing with the faith. It will take care of us wherever we need. मंत्र के ऊपर भरोसा रखकर करना बहुत फायदेमंद होता है. जो शतवार पाठ कर कोई छूटई बंध महासुख होई. जो यह पढ़ई हनुमान चालीसा हो यह सिद्धि. साखी गौरी सा. So in that way, the rishis, devatas are the sakshis for the effectiveness of this mantra. In this, the Sankalpa Shakti is there, the Bhakti Shakti is there, the Shraddha Shakti is there, Shraddha Shakti, the Nirantara, what do you call it as? Prayatna or Parayana Shakti. All those Shaktis along with those items themselves, whatever divine Shakti they have, put together, they bless us. Like the food which we eat, each has got its own Shakti to give us or not physically. Some things give us protein, some give us vitamins, some give carbo. In the same way, these mantra shaktis also give different types of nourishments, protections to us. Okay. Now in our second topic, in the Dhyana Purvaka Mantrocharana, let's continue the Gayatri mantras of Mother Adiparashakti in different forms. Yesterday we saw the Gauri Devi. Today we will do the Shyamala Mata mantras. The Shyamala Devi Mata is another expression of Mother Saraswati only. In the Dasha Mahavidyas, she is called as the Matangi Shyamala Devi. Great bhaktas have been uh, becoming devotees to this mother were blessed. One of the famous character example of the Shyamala Matas, Bhakta and blessed by the mother with Vidya and everything, is the famous great Kalidasa. The great Kalidasa ji is Shyamala Bhakta. The Shyamala Dandakam written by him, very, very famous. Shyamala Mata's Dandakam. Adbhuta, Adbhuta. Mm, mm. जय मातङ्गतनये जय लीलोत्पलद्युते जय सङ्गीतरसिके जय लीलाशुकप्रिये मातामरकतश्यामा मातङ्गी मधुशालिनी कुर्यात् कटाक्षं कल्याणी कदम्बनवनवासिनी. Big Dandakam always goes in a big flow. जय जननी सुधा समुद्रांतरुद्यन्मणि द्वीप संरूढ़ विल्वाटवी मध्य कल्पद्रुमा कल्प कादंब कांतारवास प्रिये कृतिवास प्रिये सादरारब्ध संगीत संभावना संभ्रमालोल नीपस्त्रकाबद्ध चूली सनाधत्रिके सानुमत पुत्रिके शेखरी भूत big stotram he writes dandakam in that in all aspects the mother is praised. Shyamala. Like that, we have so many dandakas, big in different places. Beautiful. Dandakams, little they go with the gadyams also. The other day we chanted the Raghuvira Gadyam. Before that, we have done Srimad Akilamahi Mandala Mandana Dharini Dhara Mandala Khandalasya Ikilasura Saravaraha Kshetra Vibhushitasya. It was the Sri Venkateshwara Gadyam. And we have so many beautiful Dandakams, Gadyams. There is Ganesha Dandaka, the Anjaneya Dandakam, Saraswati Dandakam, so powerful. Other than this, Kalidas has written. So he is the Bhakta of Mother Shyamala. सर्वयंत्रात्मिके सर्वतंत्रात्मिके सर्वमंत्रात्मिके सर्वशक्त्यात्मिके सर्वरूपी जगन्मातृके पाहि माम पाहि माम पाहि माम पाहि. That's how it ends. Huge one. If you want, one day we can chant it. So Mother Shyamala is Matangi, is Saraswati Mata's expression. This much enough. She is the one to bless us in all the arts, in all the musics, in all the Vidya, especially the Vidya which we are seeking, the Brahma Vidya also. Okay, the two mantras of the Shyamala. Om Shuka Priyayai Vidmahe Klim Kameshwariyai Cha Dhimahi Tannah Shyamala Prachodayat. Shukapriyayai Klim Kameshwaryai Tannah Shyamala. Another is Om Matangeshwaryai Cha Vidmahe Kameshwaryai Cha Dhimahi Tannah Shyamala. Tannah Klinne Prachodayat. Klinna means the one who gets melted seeing the dukkha's of the bhaktas and then blesses to remove that dukkha. Sukapriyaya Klim Kameshwari Shyamala. ॐ शुकप्रियायै विद्महे क्लीं कामेश्वर्यै च धीमहि तन्नः श्यामला प्रचोदयात्. ॐ शुकप्रियायै विद्महे क्लीं कामेश्वर्यै च धीमहि तन्नः श्यामला प्रचोदयात्. ॐ शुकप्रियायै विद्महे क्लीं कामेश्वर्यै च धीमहि तन्नः श्यामला प्रचोदयात्. ॐ शुकप्रियायै विद्महे क्लीं कामेश्वर्यै च धीमहि तन्नः श्यामला प्रचोदयात्. ॐ शुकप्रियायै विद्महे क्लीं कामेश्वर्यै च धीमहि तन्नः श्यामला प्रचोदयात्. ॐ शुकप्रियायै विद्महे क्लीं कामेश्वर्यै च धीमहि तन्नः श्यामला प्रचोदयात्. ॐ शुकप्रियायै विद्महे क्लीं कामेश्वर्यै च धीमहि तन्नः श्यामला प्रचोदयात्. ॐ शुकप्रियायै विद्महे क्लीं कामेश्वर्यै च धीमहि तन्नः श्यामला प्रचोदयात्. ॐ शुकप्रियायै विद्महे क्लीं कामेश्वर्यै च धीमहि धीमहि तन्नः श्यामला प्रचोदयात्. ॐ शुकप्रियायै विद्महे क्लीं कामेश्वर्यै च धीमहि तन्नः श्यामला प्रचोदयात्. ॐ शुकप्रियायै विद्महे क्लीं कामेश्वर्यै च धीमहि तन्नः श्यामला प्रचोदयात्. ॐ शुकप्रियायै विद्महे क्लीं कामेश्वर्यै च धीमहि तन्नः श्यामला प्रचोदयात्. ॐ मातङ्गिन्यै विद्महे मातङ्गेश्वर्यै विद्महे कामेश्वर्यै च धीमहि. तन्नः क्लिन्ने प्रचोदयात्. ॐ मातङ्गेश्वर्यै च विद्महे कामेश्वर्यै च धीमहि तन्नः क्लिन्ने प्रचोदयात्. ॐ मातङ्गेश्वर्यै विद्महे कामेश्वर्यै च धीमहि तन्नः क्लिन्ने प्रचोदयात्. In chanting this mantra, asking the mother to melt and bless us. Melt with whatever deenata we have, arti we are having, arthana, prarthana we are doing. O mother, please melt and bless. ॐ मातङ्गेश्वर्यै विद्महे कामेश्वर्यै च धीमहि तन्नः क्लिन्ने प्रचोदयात्. ॐ मातङ्गेश्वर्यै विद्महे कामेश्वर्यै च धीमहि तन्नः क्लिन्ने प्रचोदयात्. ॐ मातङ्गेश्वर्यै विद्महे कामेश्वर्यै च धीमहि तन्नः क्लिन्ने प्रचोदयात्. ॐ मातङ्गेश्वर्यै विद्महे कामेश्वर्यै च धीमहि तन्नः क्लिन्ने प्रचोदयात्. ॐ मातङ्गेश्वर्यै विद्महे कामेश्वर्यै च धीमहि तन्नः क्लिन्ने प्रचोदयात्. ॐ मातङ्गेश्वर्यै विद्महे कामेश्वर्यै च धीमहि तन्नः क्लिन्ने प्रचोदयात्. ॐ मातङ्गेश्वर्यै विद्महे कामेश्वर्यै च धीमहि तन्नः क्लिन्ने प्रचोदयात्. ॐ मातङ्गेश्वर्यै विद्महे कामेश्वर्यै च धीमहि तन्नः क्लिन्ने प्रचोदयात्. ॐ मातङ्गेश्वर्यै विद्महे कामेश्वर्यै च धीमहि तन्नः क्लिन्ने प्रचोदयात्. ॐ मातङ्गेश्वर्यै विद्महे कामेश्वर्यै च धीमहि तन्नः क्लिन्ने प्रचोदयात्. ॐ मातङ्ग कन्यकायै श्री श्यामला मात्रे नमः. मां रक्ष रक्ष परिपाहि परिपाहि. Okay. Yes. Vidmahe Dhimahi Prachodayat. These shabdas we didn't explain today, knowing fully well that they were sufficiently detailed and you remember them. So this way we have done our Vedic chanting and Karmanyevadikaraste Mafaleshu Kadachana. The Lord knows what best to give us. We are not worried. We have spent our this time in divinizing ourselves, in trying to strengthen our faith in the presence of the divine, in tuning to the divine through these mantras, as guided by our rishis. So it's the best thing we have done. And the another interesting in our life is our concern is our inner spiritual journey. We have no worries of any outer gains. Therefore, we don't look out for any benefits. Ki, I have done this mantra charana, what money the mother has given, what other outer powers or achievements the Lord has given. We have no concern. We have not come here for those goals. We know the limitation of them. Okay. Now, after doing these two, things of Vedic chanting, mantra dhyanam, our daily routine regular common sense thought. In today's common sense thought is what? Dekho. Mhm. Narayana Vasudeva. Look at the world which is there in front of our eyes at present, which was there in the past, which will be there in the future. All the time the same routine will go on going on. Okay? It will continue like that. As it went on earlier, going on now, will go on in the future also. Think about it. The insects are born, they will die. The birds will be born, they will die. The trees and plants and creepers will born, they will die. All the pashus, how many were born in the past died? In the present, some are born, some are dying. Future also, which are not in our vision now, many birds or animals will be born, they will die. So too the Manushyas. They born were right from the beginning of creation, they went on dying. Even now they are born, they are dying. In future also, log janam lenge, marte jai. And people in front of us, all will die. Everyone, nobody. The millionaires will die. The kings will die, the famous personalities will die, the great contributors will die in whatever the field. Everyone. Be clear about it. Physically, nobody will be permanent. Our grandparents died, our parents died. We will also die one day. सबसे important ये है. We are not going to be permanent here. Our brothers, our sisters, our friends, our enemies, our neighbors, कोई जिंदा नहीं रहेगा. हर बंदा मरेगा. याद रखो 120 साल के बाद none of these beings will be there. फर्स्ट पॉइंट. बी क्लियर. लेट अस कि एक बार ना वो सुनने में बुरा भी लगे ना, एक बार याद कर लो, एक बार कह लो, बात बन जाता है. दैट प्रॉब्लम और दैट इमोशन, दैट सेंटिमेंट will not be anymore binding us. Everybody will die. My driver, my servant, his family, everybody will die. Question of time, that's it. First point. Be clear about it. The dog which you are bringing up, it will die. The tota you have kept in a pajara, it will also die. All the animals in the zoological park, they will die. In the jungle, whether we know or not, they will die. In the water, the whales, the seals, crocodiles, they may live 500 years, but they will die. The tortoise, they will live in 600 years, but उसके बाद तो मरेगा. कोई पेड़ 2000 साल जी रहा है, उसके बाद कोई काटेगा, वो मर ही जाएगा. फर्स्ट इज दिस वेरी क्लियर, एवरीथिंग इज पेरिशेबल, सब मरेंगे at this body upadhi level. Second is what? Between birth and death, everybody, you know, doing the things depending on their own wisdom and foolishness. Everybody. कुछ कुछ बार विजडम काम करता है और ज्यादा बार बेवकूफी. And because of that, wise actions based on knowledge or otherwise actions based on the ignorance, everyone is going to either be happy in some achievement successes or going to be miserable. It is also going went on happening throughout in the past history, isn't it? In the present also, people, your own children, with wisdom they act, they get benefit, blessed success. With Beokufi they act, they suffer. Whether it is in their profession, with their colleagues, with their workers, with their wife or children, they will continuously do the same natak. The governments, at the universal level also you see. The universal Purushas or the leaders, so called leading the nations, they think arrogantly, think with short sightedness, think with selfishness, take wrong decisions, and they act and they create all the chaos, sometimes in a big way, affecting the whole world. And that again subsides. The World War One came, ended, led its own consequences, but it never continued. हो जाता है. Second World War came, हो गया. Wars between the nations happening. The Iran, Iraq fought. The South Korea, North Korea fought. The East Germany, West Germany fought. Now they are together. So it goes on happening in the world. At the big scale or small scale, things will go on happening. And according to their way of kufi, they act, and according to the action, the results come. है ना? See, within 25 days, 30 or 1 month, 2 days, see the change. They thought in 3 or 4 days, max in 8, 9 days, we will eliminate Iran. Oh, they are underestimated that. Now, वो लोग दिन ब दिन पता नहीं कहाँ से आ रहे हैं उनको weapons. Now, these have become requesting for the peace. They are quarreling with each other only, the Israel and America. You have not given us the right picture about the Iran. You made us underestimate. We took unnecessary risk. Now, हम खुद का ही power का वहाँ tension हो गया. The scene that the American president has to go and hide in a bunker, that position has come now. And it won't last. It may last 1 month, 2 months. कोई जीतेगा, कोई हारेगा, कोई मरेगा. In the meantime, the other fellow, somebody is planning to become powerful, and after 100 years, he will attack. In the world, these things happen. Understood? The natural calamities of the earthquakes will happen, the tsunamis will happen, the landslides will happen, the cyclones will happen. It is going on, going on. In the same way, in our neighborhood, in all our, the wife husband will fight, they file case, they get divorced, they marry second time. Somebody's children die young age में, somebody's children become prodigies and become great. ये दुनिया चल ही रहा है यार, हमेशा. Think about it. Then what? Why all this analysis is done in today's common sense thought? In all these happenings, please remember, if something is in our control, let us do. If something is in our need or necessity or duty, let us be wise to do. If not, let us be doubly wise, not to bother ourselves, not to trouble ourselves, thinking about or taking initiatives about the things which are in not my control. That wisdom is essential. Else, in non essentials only, we go on wasting our time and life. That's the main thing. To convey which all these things are told. It goes on. People eat the wrong food, they get the diseases. They make the wrong people as friends, they get cheated. They employ the wrong people, and then those employed ones will cheat them, loot the money, and go away. ये नौटंकी चल ही रहा है. Rash driving they do, they commit accident. They become inadvertent, and some big another accident will happen somewhere. ये चलता ही रहता है. शॉर्ट सर्किट होते रहेंगे, फटाके दुकानें फटाके भी जलेंगे. अब क्या बताएं, बताओ. People in their utter selfishness, they do the adulterations, they do variety of malpractices, and they reap the consequence also. Nobody is spared. एक तो बात याद रखो, देख रहा है एक ऊपर वाला. कर्म करता जितना we are there, karma phala data is watching from above. Everybody will get it. So our idea is, in this scheme of things when they are happening, even at the universal level, the big, big galaxies are created, they are dissolved like the bubbles in the ocean. Milky Ways come and go away, the solar systems will come and go away, the another Brahmandas every moment are coming and going at the cosmic universal level. Oh, that much vision we don't have, we don't need apna deklo bas. So, what is our in our need, in our duty, in our responsibility, in our control? Utna karo. बाकी मैं nothing, the things which are not in our control, what can I do? And that which is in my control, I must do. Like I have in my control to have this satsang. Then who will come, who will not come, regularly come, listen, don't listen, value the subject or not. अब मैं कितना दिमाग मेरा खराब करूं? I cannot. It's not in my control. I can do what the best way I can learn for myself and share with you. Okay. Now coming to the more second crucial point. Therefore, in continuation of yesterday's thought only, what is in our control we have to see. What is in our need we have to see. Just now we touched that point. Let's take the help from that only, that be in that faith that there is the one who is observing the karma phala data. And he is noting every karmas done by us. Now we are focusing on our own selves. Therefore, control the controllables is the famous sentence. Think from these angles. What are the shatrus in my life for me, for troubling me, other than the outer world within? One by one, note down. Try how to conquer them, conquest them, how to at least reduce their influence effect on us. If on these things we focus, we are doing our job for which we have come. What are our enemies? First enemy is our own avidya, isn't it? Our own ignorance. We are maintaining it, sustaining it, valuing it, that only. And that's causing all trouble. बेवकूफ को हमेशा दुख होता है कि नहीं, ignorance. Then why can't we, in our own effort, through our own effort, with whatever capacities we have, go on adding wisdom to our life and reduce the effect of ignorance? In our satsangas, that's what we are doing. Adding to knowledge about the tattva jnana, about the jagat jnana, about the jiva jnana. इन तीनों में जितना हमको अज्ञान होता है, that much we falter, that much we get the miseries. The more we have the wisdom, knowledge about it, and accordingly function, lesser will be the consequences. The world is going on in its own way. Let me focus on myself. Let me defeat my own defeating enemy, the ignorance, by gaining the knowledge. Isn't it? Next one is what? Are not our own, the thoughts our own enemy? The negative thoughts, the pessimistic thoughts, the non productive thoughts, continuously entertained within us. They are our enemies. Isn't it? Is not I only think कि मैं आज क्लास नहीं जाऊंगा, मैं आज उपासना नहीं करूंगा, मैं आज साधना नहीं करूंगा, मैं थक गया हूं, मैं बुढ़ा हो गया. These are all your own enemies, thoughts. Instead of that, can't we entertain the positive ones? No, I am the human being, I am Indian, I am Hindu, I am being trusted by my gurus. They are taking me into confidence. They expect from me these sadhanas. They are guiding me in all these things. Let me please them. Let me do the best to make them happy. These are also thoughts. Optimistic thoughts also are thoughts. Pessimistic also thoughts only. So the second one are our enemies. Should we not continuously make a habit of optimistic thoughts to eliminate the pessimistic? Are we recognizing it? Are we acting on it? This is in our control. Control the controllables consciously, isn't it? So, to our habits of daily routine, what sort of routine we have? How much creative, constructive productivity is spiritual? Should we not have an observation of that? खुद का inquiry commissions पे नहीं बिठाना. Isn't it the precious human life, every moment, should be used for the best of the purposes, We have to be wise enough to rise above the petty paltry things, even though they look to be important at a lower level. We have to rise in our standard of life, na? Standard of living, anyway, we are rising economically, financially. Standard of life means the goals, the purposes, the higher ones we have to have. No, at the age of 70, 80, you just whole day water the plants and take care of the dog. What nonsense you are doing. I tell it nonsense only. Where is the study of Upanishads and Gita and meditation? And where is this nonsense? You may not like it, but that's how I think for myself. Should we not think about higher quality wala works or sadhanas as we grow, habituated to such small little things which are not necessary at all, which we can do away with, minimize those ones. If we cannot eliminate completely, minimize and replace them with the higher standard of adhyatmika sadhanas. These are in our control. The contemplations, the meditations, the surrenders, the chantings, the deep studies, the inquiries. Isn't it? ये सब कहाँ कर रहे हैं हम दिन भर yesterday? From morning our class over until today morning. What have we done whole day? Spiritually substantial things. No. Same old routine of which 70-80% we need not do only. How can it happen? Think about it. In this way, what are our enemies? Let us see, which are hindering our spiritual progress. Eliminate them by the opposite friends or the Shaktis or the activities. These are in our control. Otherwise, the world goes on going on. मैंने मेरे लिए क्या किया मैंने मेरे आध्यात्मिक साधना के लिए क्या किया These are only things valuable questions. What I have done for myself, my own spirituality. Because ultimately, to every jiva, Tattva Jnana alone is the giver of moksha. In that every jiva, the first jiva is me, isn't it? I am individual, suffering in my ignorance. Only wisdom can help me. So, what efforts I am putting on myself, on for my own spiritual evolution, unfoldment. This is the only worthy thinking, only worthy understanding, only worthy of doing. All else is unworthy. Isn't it? I told you the list of all the things in advance, that's why. As we listed out, we are also one of them, isn't it? And the karma phaladata watching. Am I doing any papa karma? Oh, look, oh, likh rahe hai wo. Definitely I am going to be punished for that. Am I doing any punya karma? Oh, karma phaladata likh raha hai wo. He will give it. And am I doing any adhyatmic sadhana? So the punya karma phala, the papa karma phala, the sadhana karma phala also is duly will come to us if we are engaged in. So in this way, having made up our own minds, what we have to achieve, for that what we have to do, let us stick to that. As the same thought which we entertained 3 months back, in this world, million things are there to do. Everything we cannot do. Among them, what is the best? Let us know it and do it. And the best is our own Adhyatmika Pragati. Mix up not with all the outer things, enough of them. Especially after certain age, say 60, 62, 63, भूल जाओ दुनिया को आप. दुनिया इज लाइक ए ब्लैक होल. जितना भी करोगे तुम, वो खाता ही जाएगा. हाँ, इट मे अमाउंट टू पुण्य. अब करोगे क्या पुण्य से? स्टिल यू कंटिन्यू टू बी जीवा, मे बी लिटिल बेटर स्टैंडर्ड. वो मोक्ष तो नहीं देगा ना. मोक्ष इज ओनली थ्रू ज्ञान. ज्ञानादेव तो कैवल्यम. ऋते ज्ञानात न मुक्ति, आत्मज्ञानात. So our job is study Upanishads, contemplate on them, understand the truth, try to realize it in our own heart. इसी पे हमें दिन भर लगे रहना, नहीं ना? Otherwise, involved in the so many of the external things which add up only to our samsara, justifying it, then it's no wise, no wisdom at all. This one. And many things are not in our control. Is a wife control में है, husband होंगे, वो कैसे हो नहीं होंगे वो लोग. If she is in control, she cannot be wife. If he is in control, he cannot be husband. वो होता ही है. I'm just giving an example. Like anything in this world, okay, ठीक है. If you give importance, you involve in it. If you involve it, it just pulls you into it so much. And anyway, दिमाग तो आई ही to justify it. I went Swamiji, 10 of us friends, we collected money and gave this charity, that charity. This you tell others who give you Padma Shri, not to me. If you tell me, I tell, भैया हो गया बहुत कर चुके हो, now meditate on the self. I will tell that. So the essentials and non-essentials in which I have to involve. Let me have that wisdom. Let me aim at my own spiritual progress consciously by doing what is to be done by knowing it. Think about it. You know? Else, as we said, the Rajas come and go, Chakravartis come and go, the Samrats will come and go, and whatever the nonsense they do, the next generation will repair it. These are all tamasha chalta hi rehta hai. So many away tamashas. You know, this fellow will cheat that fellow will cheat this fellow. ये दो मिलकर तीसरे को धोखा देते हैं, वो चलता है. कितना न्यूज. एंड अनदर आइडिया, this is how the whole world is going on. Even collecting the information also is a burden on our antakarana. I know what's the world, what happens in the world. Nothing new happens. See that story of Leela and Saraswati. All the way they crossed some Brahmandas to reach to that another Brahmanda where in that Brahmanda, the Bhuloka, in the Bharata Varsha, Raja Vidurata, Leela's so-called husband is there. They went to see him all the way. Having gone there, what they're seeing there, वहाँ भी जैसे ईरान इराक या ईरान अमेरिका लड़ रहे हैं Israel, same way they are fighting only. That is the beauty of this topic. That any Brahmandas you cross, you will see the same nonsense that's going on. Never what change inside me happens, that alone matters. That is really surprising topic. They went to another Brahmanda, there also same fighting, same jealousy, same war, killing each other is going on. Like, with all your ambitions, shift from India to America. Same things go on there also. The neighbors will fight, the couple will fight, the cases will be there in the court, the people will be deceased, they will go into the hospitals. Some things which are not there in India, you may find them. Anybody can come and shoot you at any time. वो इंडिया में नहीं मिलता, चीख पिची कर देते हो. Such special things you can have there. In India you won't. Otherwise what? Same cinema होएगा, same function, same gardens, लिटिल डिफरेंस इन अरेंजमेंट्स. शादियां होंगे, बर्बादियां होंगे, वही होता है. स्कूल होता है, कॉलेज, एनी वेयर यू गो, नाटंकी वही है. फाइन थिंग इज फाइनल, वेर एवर आई गो देर आई एम with my own inner what I am. So better wherever I am, stay there, close the doors, and involve in evolving within. Involve in evolving within. Understand the mind, its movements, be a sakshi to it, purify it. Understand the intellect, its subtleties, make use of its power to know the knowledge, understand the chitta, what the things we should memorize or remember, understand the aham, where is it identified with the upadhis, it has to identify with the self. Be in this inner journey. Don't add to the traffic jam in the outer world. Enough. ॐ ॐ ॐ ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो यैरिमे गुरुभिः पूर्वं शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं निधये सर्वविद्यानां श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् ॐ विदितानमया विशदैककला न च किञ्चन काञ्चनमस्ति गुरो धृतमेव विदेहि कृपां सहजां भव शङ्करदेशिकमे शरणम् ॐ ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्तब्रह्मविद्याचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो अस्मत् गुरुभ्यो नमः. श्वेताश्वतरोपनिषदः आचार्येभ्यो नमः. संकल्पः तेषां सर्वेषां कृपानुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्तब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधेन अस्मिन् क्षणे एव मोक्ष कैवल्यप्राप्त्यर्थं सनातनधर्मस्य विश्वव्याप्तिविश्व आध्यात्मिकप्रगत्यर्थं धर्मसंस्थापकानां नित्य निरन्तरदिग्विजयार्थं श्रीराममन्दिरवत् शिवकृष्णादिमन्दिरादीनां पुनर्वाप्ति तेषु निरन्तर शास्त्र अध्ययनादीनां द्वारा भारतवर्षस्य सनातन धर्मस्य बाह्याभ्यन्तर शत्रुघ्न समूल निर्मूलन पूर्वक भारतवर्षे विश्वे च अस्मात् क्षणादारभ्य वैदिक हिंदव संस्कृतेः धर्ममोक्ष पुरुषार्थानां सुसंप्रतिष्ठावाप्त्यर्थम् अस्यां कक्षायाम् आगतानां संकल्पित सत्कर्मसु दिग्विजयः तेषां हृदये परब्रह्मादीनां प्रति भक्त्यादीनां द्वारा जन्म साफल्यार्थम अनेक शास्त्राणाम अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मध्ये कृष्णयजुर्वेदीय श्वेताश्वतरोपनिषदः आद्य शंकर भाष्य समेत अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मोक्षार्थम वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे. ओम नित्यानंदम निराधारम निखिलाधारम अव्ययम निगमाद्यगतम नित्यम नीलकंठम नमाम्यहम्. पारायणम अथ चतुर्थोऽध्यायः 16, 17, 18. ॐ घृतात्परं मण्डमिवाति सूक्ष्मं ज्ञात्वा शिवं सर्वभूतेषु गूढं विश्वस्यैकं परिवेष्टितारं ज्ञात्वा देवम् उच्यते सर्वपाशैः. एष देवो विश्वकर्मा महात्मा सदा जनानां हृदये सन्निविष्टः हृदा मनीषा मनसाभिक्लुप्तः य एतद्विदुरमृतास्ते भवन्ति यदा तमस्तन्न दिवा न रात्रिः न सन्न चासन् शिव एव केवलः तदक्षरं तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं प्रज्ञा च तस्मात् प्रसृता पुराणी. So the 6 activities we have done. The last one, our Adhyanam. Let us chant the mantra number 19 two times in the 6th chapter. Om निष्कलं निष्क्रियं शान्तं निरवध्यं निरञ्जनम् अमृतस्य परं सेतुं दग्धेन्दनमिवानलम् अहं शरणं प्रपद्ये. Add that. ॐ निष्कलं निष्क्रियं शान्तं निरवध्यं निरन्तरम् अमृतस्य परं सेतुं दग्धेन्दनमिवानलम् Aham Sharanam Prabhadye. I identify with that self truth reality which has all these sublime, beautiful qualities. Nishkalam, Niravayavam. Therefore, when we have the avayavas, one or the other avayava aches and it gives pain to the entire body. Isn't it? Right hand में दर्द हुआ the whole body suffers. You can't say, ठीक है right hand में दर्द है, I'll do. No, every other thing has to attend to it. है ना? Like in India, somebody died, the whole schools and colleges they give holiday. Arey bhai, the same way, one where some pain is there, the whole body takes holiday. Isn't it? ये छुट्टियों क्या मजा है इंडियंस को. We don't want to work only. Wait for the holidays. When the holiday is declared in the office or the school, children celebrate so much. That all shows we love Tamoguna. We all love the Rajoguna of entertainment, enjoyment. That is the way the countries destroy themselves. Why should there be holiday? If somebody died on his name, work 4 hours extra. That is also possible. Isn't it? Independence Day, छुट्टी नहीं देना. Well, let them work 4 hours more for the country. That is the right way of. 1 घंटा झंडा वंदन कर दिया और छुट्टी दे दिया. ऐसा करने से इंडिपेंडेंस नहीं मिला, मेहनत करने से मिला. Anyway, so Nishkalam means no facets, no parts. So therefore, no problem of कुछ हो जाएगा to any part. So to Nishkriyam. In the Paramatma Tattva, others cannot do any Kriya and within it there is no Kriya possible. Therefore, that Kriya's Phala, Kriya is Karma only, that bondage of Phala will not be there. Till that self is realized, we consider ourselves to be the Karma Karta and every Karma done as Karta going to bind us with the Karma Phala. Majburan. Fortunately and as well as unfortunately, हमारा दिमाग काम करता नहीं. That's why we don't think that why I'm bound by these relativities, these works, if not for my own karma phala. अगर सोचने लगोगे तो you will really become Vedanti Vairagi. We don't think. That's why we are samsari. A thinker cannot be samsari. A wise person cannot be samsari. He has to be viragi and realize the self. Niskriyam. So yesterday we saw that also. Third one we have to see Shantam. What do you mean by Shantam, sir? From there I am studying with the Bhashyam. Shantam is Upasamhruta Sarva Vikaram. The pure Paramatma is He in whom there are no any sort of modification Vikara. है ना? Vikaras happen on those which are limited in space and bound by time. Conditioned by time, affected by time, influenced by the time. Paramatma is not limited in any parameters, nor is under the constraints of time. Therefore, there will be no vikara in him, no modifications, no changes, no distractions. Therefore, upasamvrata sarva vikaram is the meaning of shant. Okay. Another meaning is what? Ki from the pure self, unknown only, be attentive, the chitta is projected. That is the unwanted vikara. Though the self remains the same, not realizing it, projects the vikara of the mind. Once the mind or antakarana or chitta comes, in that the entire vikaras come. Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Masara, Irsha, Dvesha. They are nothing but the thought modifications having a typical peculiar force, forcing us, pushing us to do something or the other nonsense. Is it not? ये सब शक्तियां हैं, दुष्ट शक्तियां हैं अंदर के. They're all vicaras of the अंतःकरण. तो परमात्मा में both no modification, that's the meaning of no vikara. So too, whatever the vikaras that are there on the antakarana, they won't be there because in the self, they are not there. Self is unmodifiable. Therefore, upasamhrita sarva vikara means all the dehendra pranamanabhuti upadhis are transcended. Therefore, all the vikaras that are possible on them only, not on Paramatma. I've already reached to Paramatma sthiti, therefore, they won't affect me. विकारिणाम सर्व विकारवेत्ता नित्या विकारो भवितुम समर्हति. I only observe the uvadis and their modification. I am not touched by them. Upasamrita sarva vikara. In the vikara only all the dukkha. In the nirvikarata there is only sukha and shanti. That is why shanti is said as upasamrita nirvika upasamrita sarva vikara. So nishkalam, no parts like the body and limbs. Nishkriyam means swamahimni pratishchitam kutastam. What is definition given by Shankara is more important than which meaning we know generally. निष्क्रियम शब्द को क्या एक्सप्लेन किया यहाँ? निष्क्रिय मीन्स स्वमहिमा प्रतिष्ठितम therefore कूटस्थम. Nishkriya means he is in his own pristine self of infinite bliss there. He is there. Therefore, he need not do any karma. That nishkarmata is equal to kutastata. The kutavat tishtati because established in his own swayam glory. So the self is in its own pristine glory, stationed permanently. Therefore, it has no kriya to be done, required to be done. So when I realize myself, I will be in my pristine self of infinitude, having no need of any kriya. Therefore, nishkriya. That is equal to kutastha. Compare that with the present life of ours. So many kriyas we have to do compelled. Lagatar. May not be the whole social work kriyas. You have to get up, you have to take a bath, you have to eat food. Isn't it? You have to do some minimum things to maintain your decency. ये क्रियाएं तो जबरदस्ती करना ही पड़ता है एज ए उपाधि. एंड टू सर्वाइव ऑल्सो कुछ ना कुछ करते रहना पड़े क्रियाएं. बट इन द प्योर सेल्फ नन ऑफ देम आर रिक्वायर्ड. निष्क्रियम. नेक्स्ट शांतम उपसंहृत सर्व विकारम. इन परमात्मा ऑल विकारास आर ट्रांसेंडेड. Ah, beautiful. Shanta sthiti. Shanta samudravat. है ना? The Shanta samudra and the Vikara samudra. A lot of tides and waves or whirlpools or cyclones or depressions happen in the ocean. How terrible it is. Shanta hai to mast. In the same way, the self is Shanta sthiti. Upasambrita sarva vikara. Next, Niravadyam. Niravadyam is agarhaniyam. Agarhaniyam means any garhana, any ninda, you cannot do on the self because it has none of the censurable shortcomings, mistakes in it. Niravadyam it is. You know. Otherwise, as a jiva, with our upadis, कुछ ना कुछ कमियां होते हैं, wherein will be insulted, censured or pointed out, fingered, उंगली दिखाते हमको. As a upadhi कुछ तो होता है. It can be any of the upadhi. Intellect may not be working well, mana may not be good in its purity, sharira may be some or the other, what do you say, problem will be at the sharira level, or our activities may not be up to the mark. Hamesha, we are all worthy of getting blemish only. But as a self, niravadyam, agarhaniyam. Beautiful. As a self is the only identity where I am free from any of the blemishes. Beautiful state. Everything else is blemish. Bhagavan Brahma, if people blame him also, why did you create this and that? Vishnu, they blame him also. Don't you know how to maintain, manage properly? Shiva also they blame कि किसको नाश करना है किसको नहीं करना नहीं पता तुमको. Everybody has a blemish, not the Brahman. That way you take it. Then Niranjanam. Niranjanam is Nirlepam. Nirlepa means nothing a stain on that Paramatma. The Ajnana Lepa, the individuality Lepa, the Dvaita Lepa, the Kamadi Vikara Lepa, none of them are there on Paramatma. Ek Niranjan. No dark spot, no stain. Niranjanam, Nirlepam. Wonderful feeling it is. No blemish at all, no shortcoming at all. उपाधियों का कोई भी दुर्गुण शुद्ध परमात्मा को लेपित नहीं करता. So, Niranjanam is Nirlepam. So, that self is there within us, beyond all these phenomena of upadhis with which we are more familiar. Not only familiar, we give value. Not only we give value importance, we are totally bound by it, as if that alone is the way the life has to be lived. That's why the self which is beyond all this life which we are living now, which has got all these divine glories, we are not able to realize. So निष्कलम निष्क्रियम शांतम निरवध्यम निरंजनम, पांच चीजें हो गए. Now the sixth one, amrutasya paragam setum. What do you mean by amrutasya param setum? Amrutasya means amrutatvasya means mokshasya. Amruta means amrutatva, immortality. Means liberation from all the mortalities, all the limitations, all the deshakala vastu parichinnata's. So amrutasya, amrutatvasya, mokshasya, of that moksha. What is he? Praptaye, to obtain that moksha. Setuhu iva setuhu. He is like a bridge. He helps us, that Paramatma himself. Holding on to him, you transcend the samsara. That's it. So, mokshasya praptaye seturiva setuhu means samsara maha udadehe uttarana upayatvat. Samsara maha udadehe uttarana upayatvat. Samsara maha udadehe uttarana upayatvat. See why you call the Paramatma as a Setu? Because only in the realization of the self that the Mahaudadi, the infinite, endless ocean of samsara, we can get freed from. See, in today's common sense thought, we explained to you what was happening in the past, in the present, in the future. For every jiva, that's what happens for millions of lives till he realizes this self. Samsara Mahaudadi means that. Samsara Mahaudade Uttaranaya Upayatvat. So, at this moment, having heard this sentence and having studied this Upanishad for so many days and having studied other Upanishads too, attended other Tattva Shastra classes, at this moment the conclusion should be for every problem, any problem, the permanent solution is only in realizing the self. That's it. There may be temporary solutions. And how can you call a solution when it is temporary? It's contradiction in terms, isn't it? Its solution means permanent hona chahiye. Temporary, how can you call it solution? Because that will relapse again, trouble us. So therefore, for every problem, the only solution is in realizing self. Just because every problem is rising from the ignorance of self only. It may look at this moment, if we are not matured, if we are not regular, to be little non-acceptable, non-understandable, depending on how much we are lost in the worldliness and samsara. But at a higher level of subtle intellection, this is the fact we understand. This we understand as the real fact. Not knowing the self is the hetu of all samasyas. Individual, universal, total, mutual, gross, subtle, causal, for everything एक ही कारण है, ज्ञान का अभाव. That's why एक ही solution है, तत्व ज्ञान प्राप्ति. अमृतस्य परम सेतुम, अमृतस्य, अमृतत्वस्य, मोक्षस्य प्राप्तये सेतुः इव सेतुः संसार महा उददेहे उत्तारण उपायत्वात्. Self will not help in getting out of problems. It is not like objective thing. When I realize the self, I am no more bound by samsara. That's how it has to be understood. Samsara udadehe maha udadehe uttarnaya upayatvat amrutasya paramparam. Okay. Amrutasya param setum. Udadehe uttarana upayatvat tam amrutasya param setum. That Paramatma, therefore, who is the Paramasetu, the great bridge to take me away from the samsara, which is endowed with Mriti, and gives me the Amrutatva. That Paramatma again add the word Aham Sharanam Prapadye. Mumukshurai Sharanam Aham Prapadye, we are borrowing from the earlier sloka. Every word has to be added with that. Nishkalam Aham Sharanam Prapadye, Nishkriyam Paramatmanam Aham Sharanam Prapadye, like that. Here also, Amrutasya Paramparam Aham Sharanam Prapadye. Now the last word is Amrutasya Param Shetum Dagdha Indhanam Iva Analam. What is the meaning of that? Dagdha Indhana Analam Iva. Dedipyamanam Jata Jatayamanam. Both meanings can be given. One is when the fire is added with full fuel, how blazing is that fire? यहाँ वर्ड शंकर भगवान यूज करते हैं दे दीप्यमानम झट झटायमानम. That झट 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 शब्द. In the same way, in everything that's happening, it is Paramatma's presence that's allowing the things to happen. Dagdha indhanamiva analam. The other meaning is what? Dagdha indhanamiva analam. When the indhana gets completed in its burning, what happens to the fire? जैसे जैसा फ्यूल खत्म हो रहा है, what happens? Slowly, 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 slowly quietens. So the indhana of the ignorance and rajo and tamo guna, when it is burnt, as the fire gets quietened, so too the samsara bandhana also gets quietened in the realization of the self. So as we go nearer and nearer to the self, the indhana called as ignorance, which was fueling the fire of samsara, gets subdued, quieted. No more indhana added to the samsara, no more blazing of the samsara, dukkha, dagdha. खत्म कर देते हैं सारा ईंधन को. ये आत्मज्ञान. That आत्मवस्तु अहम शरणम प्रपद्ये मुमुक्षु वै. By taking myself to be mumukshu. That's what our today's common sense thought also. Ki these things keep on happening in the world. What we have to do and know and do for ourselves is the prayatna for our moksha. Aham Sharanam Prapadye. So in this way, a beautiful mantra number 19 we saw. अब इतना कहने के बावजूद भी if somebody is not wanting to become spiritual and yet wants the liberation, Bhagwan Rishi Shwethashwathara ji had to give this type of example only, घुमा करके. What is that? Come tomorrow to see it. A fantastic shloka. So this 19th is done, 20, 21, 22, 23. 4 more mantras for us to complete this marathon study of this glorious text. 780 din. It's a big, more than 2.5 years. 730 and 50 more, means 2 more months. 2 years, 2 months. ठीक है. Daily we were studying it, touching the Upanishad, through that the Brahma Tattva is a good beginning. How much we digest it, how much we commit for it, how much we clearly understand sadhana to be done, how much we engage ourselves in that, depending on that, the quickness of the result. Thank you. Om 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 Purnamadaha Shrutimatre Namaha Tatsat Brahmarpanamastu. Thank you. Can you give some time for Gita Adhyanam? Do join.